Thank you for taking the time to attend this morning's Business Breakfast Forum, Joondalup Innovation Hub, the cyber security capital of Western Australia.
This morning we're specifically here to hear our keynote speaker, Associate Professor Michael Johnstone, about how to be protected from cyber threats and about the great work that's happening in the ECU, or Edith Cowan University, in the cyber security area.
Last year, the City welcomed a commitment from the State Government to provide $800,000 in funding to support the establishment of a Joondalup Innovation Hub, with cyber security being the first industry sector focus. This great outcome has been the result of significant collaboration with ECU, including the award-winning work on the Link website project, which drives innovation and business growth within Perth's Northern Corridor.
The City of Joondalup's focused on doing what it can to help business prosper, and that includes assisting businesses in this new digital age to become cyber safe. So how did today's business forum theme transpire? Well, you go back to 2013. The City commissioned the ECU, Security Research Institute, to investigate the cyber security practices of our local community. And what an enlightening piece of research that was. I had the pleasure one day of going across to ECU, and we were wandering through, and I can't quite remember the name of the centre, and this was before the CRC, but we were with Professor Craig Valley, and he had a series of master's students who were hacking things, trying to test things. And I remember saying, so how many attempts can they do in a 24 hours? And I've got to tell you, it is mind-blowing. It's important that local business community is aware of what it can do to protect itself from cyber threat.
Australia, we're a small nation, to be honest, okay? We know that. So we have to be smart about what we do in order to compete on the world stage. And the nice folks at Deloitte have pointed that out. They said, actually, we're actually dependent on digital technology, which is great because we use it a lot to leverage business, to give ourselves an edge over other competitors. Yes, the cyber landscape is grim. We are all at risk, and you really need to do something about it. Cybercrime as a service is definitely here. So they will hire someone else and pay them via electronic currency to do you harm. Going to the cloud's fine, and why wouldn't you? Because it's cheap and you're actually shifting, the management and risk of certain aspects of what you might do to an outsourced provider, which is fine. But you might find, depending on the business you have, there's a sovereignty issue about where the stuff is. It's in the cloud, isn't probably a good enough answer. How much does it cost if I get hit? Well, Lloyds say, and Lloyds do no insurance, so I trust what they say as far as this is concerned, $16 billion damage bill potentially, and they would know, because they insure against this, remember, and they don't want to lose. IBM have done regular surveys of companies, and what they find is the average breach is about $2.9 million per breach. What can you do about that? Because you're thinking right now, this cyber business sounds very, very technical. I've heard about it, but it's really difficult. What do I do? Better to actually use cables if you possibly can, because cables are much harder to break into, whereas wireless, someone sits outside your house and slurps your data. Virus scanners. Very simple idea. Why not get one? You know, some of them are free, some you pay for. Firewalls. With the home firewall thing, not sure what that is, just turn it on. Encryption's good if you want to send mission critical data to someone else and have no one else actually read it. If it's a tender document, some secret company business, then use encryption. Have an assessment done of what your security posture actually is at the moment. What are you at risk of, perhaps? And then decide for yourself what that risk might mean to you as a business, and then take some action. If a computer's got someone on it, it's got some value to someone. But bluntly, systems will be compromised. You know, the data is going to be captured by someone and sold on. Thanks, Gary. That's your order.
And last but not least, the Link, with representatives from Edith Cowan University on hand to link your business with the right advice and assistance available from the university, and they can also help with the initial inquiries on cyber security as well.